welcome to the ESFA Plate Finals 2025 here from Six Ways Stadium in Worcester. My name is Stuart Wesley. I will be your match commentator for the day. And for the teams competing here today, it has been a long road travelled to get to this stage, and now it is all up for grabs. For the day's action, we will be starting with the Under-12s nine-a-side Champions Cup Plate between Chelmsford and Essex and Knowsley St Helens. And the team news is in. We will start with the designated home team for today. That is Chelmsford and Mid Essex. And the team news is as follows: Charlie Allacre, Noah Bajamo, Charlie Allacre, Louis Palmer, Tyler Hume, Archie Thornton, Mitchell Evans, Charlie Philpott, and Finley Lyons. That is the managerial decisions from Paul Barnes. And for the away team, Knowsley St Helens, it's Lucas Schoen, Lennon Aspinall, Michael Valentine, Lucas Cross, Oscar Stevenson, Harry Riley, Isaac Hickman, Isaac Taylor, and Shay Kerr is the captain from Anthony Daly. So the two teams have been evenly matched up here this afternoon. Of course, we've got the substitutes benches as well: Archie Nelson, Aaron Jew, Teddy Vincent, Zach Atkins, and Zach Farmer for Chelmsford and Mid Essex. And for Knowsley St Helens, it's Joey Llewellyn, Alfie Coulter, Casper Lawrenson, Elliot O'Brien, and Noah Fletcher. So that is the team news for this final here today, which, as we mentioned, is the nine-a-side Champions Cup Plate final for the Under-12s. Of course, well, a little bit of a running order for the two teams. Chelmsford and Mid Essex have scored 32 goals en route to the final. They are the hot hands and hot feet, as it were, on the route to the final. Of course, they are coming up against an experienced team in Knowsley St Helens. They won the plate itself back in the 21-22 season. They also beat Swansea, who were last year's runners-up, on the way to this final here today. And they also have an impressive 2-2 draw with Manchester, who are this year's Under-12 Boys Champions Cup winners, as the two teams make their way out onto the field. Of course, it'd be a big occasion for all concerned. You've got Chelmsford and Mid Essex in the maroon, and you've got Knowsley St Helens in the yellow and black. So very easy to keep a hold of it. Of course, it is a hot summer's day on location at Worcester and at Six Ways Stadium as the sun decides to kiss the turf. So we're ready to get off and underway. Of course, the referees making sure that everything is there and ready to go. This is a big occasion for both of these teams, and certainly is the final shot, getting a piece of silverware into their lockers. As the two teams, as you say, set up and get their photos taken, as we mentioned, it is going to be a big day for these two teams. Managers Paul Barnes and Anthony Daly certainly got some big decisions to make. And from what we saw for the lineup graphic, of course, the number 13 for Chelmsford and Mid Essex is Albie Barnes. I think there was a slight error with the graphic, but the good news is we got that all cleared up, which is wonderful. So yeah, the stage is set for these two teams. As you mentioned, we've got a couple of, well, we've got four games here this afternoon. This is the first one of many. Also, we've got the Under-14s Champions Cup Plate, the Under-13s Champions Cup Plate, and the Under-14s Champions Cup Plate for girls still to come. But our attention here is all for here and for right now between these two teams. Pre-match huddles and the pre-match photos have been taken. The referees and linesmen, again, just getting themselves all ready to go. Of course, the two captains, you've got Charlie Philpott for Chelmsford and Mid Essex, and for Knowsley St Helens, it's Shay Kerr. It's going to be very interesting to see how these two teams line up and how quickly they can get out of the blocks. As we mentioned, Chelmsford and Mid-Essex, as we said, netted 32 goals on the way to this final. Of course, the game is 30 minutes each way, of course, as well. So, again, just kind of underpins just how much of an attacking threat they possess. Of course, it's going to be a case of whether they can replicate that form in the final. As captains take their photos as well with the referees, and everybody's just getting their last bit of instructions from coaches and managers, and coin toss will be here. It looks as though for the moment it will be Knowsley St Helens from left to right on your screen, and Chelmsford and Mid-Essex from right to left on your screen. Unless, of course, they decide that they're going to make changes in terms of the ends they attack. It looks like we're all about ready to go here. I believe it is an all-weather surface as well. So, again, something for these players to consider, of course, if they are used to playing on regular grass, in inverted commas. Certainly that ball may move differently, and maybe something to take on. Well, it will be Archie Thornton to get us underway here. Well, Chelmsford and Mid-Essex. And we are now underway. We'll just wait for the nervous energy to take its place here for these two teams, as just imagine that it's going to be frenetic all the way through as the ball breaks onto the left-hand side here. It's battling for the ball there, but it will be won by Archie Nelson down the left-hand side, but he will give his opposition a throw-in down that right-hand side. And that's Oscar Stevenson with the throw. And in it goes. So he for the ball down the line here. It's cross into the box, it's cleared away. Knowsley St Helens trying to just gather control of it. It's Michael Valentine who's got it under control. This ball goes all the way back to the goalkeeper. It's going to make its way out to Lennon Aspinall. He's fouled a little bit too heavily there by Findlay Lions. It will be a free kick. Again, it just does underpin just how quickly these games can go, of course, as well. As we mentioned, 30 minutes a half. It's not that long in the grand scheme of things. The ball is launched forward. It will go all the way through to Albie Barnes in the Chelmsford and Mid-Essex goal. Let to play it out with his feet. Goes out to the right-hand side. Ball into control. This ball goes over the top here, looking for runners. It has found Archie Thornton. He's hooked it backwards, looking for support, though, and he's given away the ball to Knowsley St Helens, as the ball, again, is looking to put pressure on Charlie Olaker, but he's well with it, and the goalkeeper, again, very composed from Albie Barnes to find a pass out, and they look to be charging forward. Findlay Lions can't control it, and instead goes out for a throw to Knowsley St Helens. Long throw down the line from Lennon Aspinall, and will be given the other way. Oh, is it Taylor just struggling to control it underneath the challenge of Charlie Olaker? Olaker with the throw. Eventually, the ball breaks free into the centre of the park, and obviously St Helens just trying to calm things down here a little bit. Good take there by Isaac Taylor, but the ball runs clear, and again, there's appeals for what way that's gone. It has gone for a Chelmsford and Essex throw. And again, in terms of the energy, it certainly feels as though just 3 minutes gone. It feels as though these players are certainly looking to get that first foot forward The ball is urged to go over the top for a long throw and will be headed out by Lennon Aspinall. Finney Lions giving the ball back to Allacre. Allacre with another long throw here, this time into the centre. It's flicked on. The goalkeeper will come out and claim it. Lucas Shaw. Just on halfway here again, it's just breaking out. It's a bit of a scrappy game. It's looking for a little bit of quality here as the ball goes over the top, looking for Taylor, but Allacre now surrenders the ball to Taylor. Taylor now plays it back to Stevenson. The ball is going to be driven forward. It's deflected off the back of a Chelmsford and Essex defender. It was Louis Palmer that came off the back of, but his goalkeeper came out and claimed it. Down the right-hand side it goes now, and Chelmsford and Essex have got a bit of room, but that first touch is just taking it away from being an opportunity. It's a good break down the right-hand side there by Tyler Hume. Will be a goal kick. Forward it goes here. It's just, again, just breaking out ever so slightly in midfield as there's a high boot that's been adjudged there by the referee. Will be a free kick. It's been placed on the floor by Lucas Cross, but Knowsley, St Helens have got options here, but they will distribute this ball down the left-hand side. It's a good takedown there on the left-hand side, but again, it's won back in possession. It's a good sliding challenge to win the ball back over Knowsley St Helens. What can they drum up here? It's Shaker. It's back into Shaker, but it's going to be Isaac Hickman. Goes in for a sliding challenge, wins the ball. Another good win of a challenge there. This time it was for Mitchell Evans. As there is a throw-in now to Knowsley St Helens. Throw-in inbound, and now it is back under the possession of Knowsley St Helens. They look for the ball forward. Shaker's done very well there down the left-hand side. Good drag back into Harry Riley. Riley looking across here, eventually finds Isaac Taylor. Taylor up against Allacre. Taylor's done well again. It's eventually scrambled away by Louis Palmer. It will be a throw-in here for Lennon Aspinall. Aspinall throws it in. It's going to be hooked clear by the captain, Charlie Philpott. And there's a break on here. There's a chance. That's a really good save from the goalkeeper. It's a really good save by Lucas Shaw. Tyler Hume had the first real gilt-edged opportunity here in this final of the Under-12s Champions Cup play. Wasn't able to convert as the keeper came out and made themselves big. Ball rolled out here towards Aspinall. Aspinall's let it roll for Taylor. But Taylor's given the ball away, and now Chelmsford and Mid-Essex have got themselves an opportunity here to maybe get the ball into the box, but there's appeals for a deflection from Charlie Allacre. Eight or so minutes gone here in this opening game of the day. As the ball gets passed back to Lucas Shaw. Out to Aspinall. Aspinall chips that one forward, looking for Taylor. Taylor and Allacre. It's going to be a battle all afternoon between those two, you feel, in the 8 or so minutes that have gone so far. Every time that ball's come down the right-hand side, it's been Allacre versus Taylor. As there will be a throw-in here for Knowsley St Helens. As we mentioned, they've got priors of winning this trophy back in 21-22 as the ball was deflected out via Louis Palmer off of the attempted pass by captain Shaker. They'll certainly want to do that again. They've been in fine form, as we mentioned. They've beaten Swansea, who were last year's runners-up in this competition, on the way to this finals. The ball is thrown in. There's an opportunity for a cross. Into the box it goes. And out the other side it will go. As Hume will pick it up. Play it back to Badgermo. Try to chip one down the line. And his team throw in for their trouble. Badgermo going to line this one up. Big throw from him. Flicked on in towards danger, but it's going to be cleared away again by Knowsley St Helens. It's going to fall to Harry Riley. He's going to look to try and find a pass forward. It's one away again. Shaker looking for the scraps there. He's up against Badgermo. He's going to potentially try and win it. It has gone out of play. Pressured him into playing it out of play. Taylor. What can he do? He's got close attention paid to him. There's been a throw in. He's given away instead to Chelmsford and Mid Essex. Again, just looking to try and get this ball onto the deck as the ball is chipped forward, but Badgermo will come forward with it. There's the Llewellyn. This ball squared out onto the left-hand side here. Olaker with the strike is deflected. It will be a corner here for Chelmsford and Mid Essex. It's going to be Archie Thornton to take this one. Setting himself up, looking for options. There's the stereotypical signal for a delivery into the box. It's headed in! And it's into the back of the net. It's the opener. Louis Palmer has given his team the lead after 11 minutes. It was a wonderful header. It was a brilliant delivery by Archie Thornton as well. A really, really good header. Watch it back here again. Ball into the box, meets it at the near post. The goalkeeper had absolutely no chance. What a moment that will be for Chelmsford and Mid Essex. They go 1-0 ahead. You can just see battles for that header. What a wonderful moment that will be for that young man, as he puts his team 1-0 ahead. So Chelmsford and Mid Essex have themselves the lead. As the ball goes back to the goalkeeper for Knowsley and St Helens, played out to Aspen. Of course, it is only 1-0. Of course, it may not be over at any stretch here. It is only that one goal lead. Of course, that adds to the 32 goals that Chelmsford and Mid Essex have got themselves during this competition so far. Make that 33. As I look for the ball through and can't quite get a handle on it. As it will be marshalled out of play. It will be a Knowsley St Helens throw. Of course, defensively, Chelmsford and Mid Essex have looked very comfortable in the opening stages of this game. The ball is hooked forward. So eventually it comes down into midfield, but it's taken forward instead. Cleared away again by Knowsley St Helens. They get the right pass at the right moment here. Hickman into Taylor, who looks to chip one towards the back post. And that's a wonderful opportunity. It's a half chance in truth. It would have been very difficult, but it's a quality ball in there by Isaac Taylor. We'll see it again here. Stands it up at the back post. And again, it's a very awkward one for Shaker to try and get onto. He was close. And it's the first real opportunity that Knowsley St Helens have forced from Chelmsford and Mid-Essex, as Barnes was happy to see that one go wide. Philpott over to Majimo. Majimo plays it forward. It's found into Lyons, but it's cleared away. Now Aspinall again letting it run for Taylor, but he's now got himself an overlapping run, but Taylor, his pass is deflected, and now he's under pressure, and Hume has, I believe, won his team a throw in there. A really good play there by Tyler Hume. So Allacre sets up a throw. Looks like he's got a long throw in the locker. We'll see how far he can throw it. Geared up for it. It's a decent throw in. It's headed down into danger, but it's taken away by Hickman. That's a good challenge there again by Lyons. A little bit of defending from the front for Chelmsford and Mid-Essex. And now Knowsley St Helens trying to, again, just answer what they've had to come up against as the goal scorer hooks it clear. Louis Palmer. Taylor will recover it. Again, it's just that midfield battle there seemingly is between these two teams as Hickman comes up short against Hume, but Taylor helps him recover it and will try and play a ball forward, but Allacre again does well. And physical challenges going in the pursuit of winning the ball, as Hume looks like he may have just winded himself there. I say winded himself, I think he's taken a bit of a sore one. Of course, in pursuit of winning the ball, sometimes you can be a little bit too heavy, as it's just a check on Tyler Hume. Certainly doesn't look to be in the most comfortable of positions, although certainly looks like he might be holding his wrist there as well, so as we wait to see if a substitution's required, if we wait and see whether he's okay to continue. Tyler Hume has been through this opening 15 minutes of the game, been very busy, very lively, very much on the toes of the opposition, looking to force issues. And of course that would be a particularly damaging one if he's off for a prolonged period of time, but he will walk off. And we can see a bib, I believe, being taken off from substitute, so we'll wait for confirmation to see exactly who has come on in place of him. Certainly Tyler Hume making his way off. Let's look for the eagle-eyedness of the electronic board that I believe is being utilised here today. That'll be number 14, Teddy Vincent, I believe, coming on in his place. So not necessarily the way you would want to come on for your teammate. Of course, certainly they'd be wanting Tyler to be okay, but certainly got to go off a little bit more assessment, as the free kick is to be delivered by Philpott. Philpott forward. It's headed high into the air. Aspinall, under no pressure, heads it backwards, but will get it to his teammate, Taylor. He's been dispossessed. Philpott into the box, in towards the back post, and it was a half volley from Lyons. He couldn't get his leg all the way over it to direct it at goal. There's a decent ball in from Philpott. You'll see here again, there's a decently chipped ball into the box, and he was just couldn't quite get his leg over the top of it, especially with the impending challenge that was coming his way. Now, Kerr has had to drop in deep, but he has found a teammate here. Trying to drive forward here are Knowsley St Helens. They will win themselves a corner. I believe it'd be the first one of this first half here in the under-12s 9-a-side Champions Cup plate. It will be Hickman with the corner. Isaac Hickman, can he deliver one into the box? Kerr trying to get his head on it. Barnes will punch it away. It will be swiped at. Badgermo will head that back and away towards Llewellyn. Again, it's good play there by Valentine down the left, but now Chelmsford and Mid-Essex will charge forward, but they will have given themselves, or given away, a throw-in to Knowsley and St Helens, as there is now a substitution for Knowsley and St Helens. It's going to be Llewellyn off and Lucas Cross on. I believe that was the other way around. Apologies. I believe that was Llewellyn on, Lucas Cross off. There's fouls going in left and right here, but eventually a free kick is given. Knowsley St Helens will try and make this one work going forward. They've chipped the ball forward, looking for Taylor. There's a foul there. Well, I say foul. I think it's a bit of physicality where I think it was Isaac Hickman who's felt a sore one there. Referee just double checking with him. Certainly not happy with the attention he's received there, Isaac Hickman. As a course of action, because the referee stopped play, just a double check on Isaac Hickman, it will be just a drop ball. And it will be the way of Louis Palmer over to Badgermo. Philpott looking for Allacre. It's Llewellyn fresh on. He's managed to win the ball back, and now we'll play it forward. It's chipped down the line here. Taylor gets across his man and does well to keep it in. Taylor tries to prod it past one, but Allacre's back there again. Knowsley St Helens just trying to, again, make something happen as we're closing in on the latter stages of this first half. As you remember, it's 30 minutes each way as Thornton flicks one forward, looking for Lyons. Thornton will get there, and there's a strike on from goal from distance from the substitute Teddy Vincent. It's taken into hands by Lucas Short. Forward it will go here. Knowsley St Helens looking for an opportunity. Taylor under control. Brings it back to his teammate. Chips one right into the back post, and I believe that's Kerr that's gone for the acrobatic, and the goalkeeper's come out as well. And there's appeals and half-hearted appeals for the penalty, but nothing was given. Knowsley St Helens are now starting to make a bit of a game of this now, as they look to charge forward again, looking for Taylor, but it's through into the hands of Albie Barnes. The goal scorer, the separator, Louis Palmer, plays that forward, but it's a bit of poor possession from Vincent, but he's got the benefactor of it now. But Knowsley St Helens win it back quickly. Here's Taylor. Taylor looking to drive past Allacre, looks for the strike, and again, Allacre's done brilliantly again. Defensive work there by Charlie Allacre. Seemingly everywhere that Chelmsford and Mid-Essex need him to be. Meanwhile, Lyons holds the ball up now, plays it forward, and Thornton looking back for Lyons, but the goalkeeper's quick enough out to it. And Lucas Short get that one forward again. Distributes it out from his hands, and we'll look down the left-hand side if Knowsley St Helens, but the ball is wide of the mark. As a result, we'll go out for Chelmsford and Mid-Essex throw in as it's flicked on past the back line. Will he get there? Teddy Vincent, he won't. And he won't win a corner either. The ball gets rolled out here now to Aspinall again on this right-hand side. Looking forward you would assume, for Taylor. And instead, it was Llewellyn that was dispossessed, but it will go for a throw. It will be Aspinall again on this throw. Down the line here for Kerr against Palmer. Kerr does well to win a throw. Not long left here in this first half as the throw goes in. Looking for Taylor. Badgermo has been pressured. Taylor with the opportunity. Couldn't quite make a connection. There's good defensive work there by Mitchell Evans. That's a free kick given. Michael Valentine on that left-hand side for Knowsley St Helens. Wins his team a free kick. What have Knowsley St Helens got in the chamber? As we tick over into the 26th minute here. Ball is struck towards goal. It's off the bar. What a strike that was. Ricocheted off the bar. Did not fall the way that Knowsley St Helens wanted it to. And as a result, Chelmsford and Mid-Essex were able to clear it. But what a strike that was. Lined up from distance. See it here again. It's a sweetly hit ball, and keeper was being all ends up. It just unfortunately didn't go over the touchline or the goal line for Knowsley St Helens, and as a result, still stays at Chelmsford and Mid-Essex 1, Knowsley St Helens 0. Well, that's as close as they have come to levelling the game here. We had a couple of half chances here and there, but that was one of real quality. I believe, looking at the contact on it as well, I believe it's Harry Riley that took that free kick, so what an attempt from him. As Aspinall has another throw on this near side. Looking for Taylor again. This time it's cleared into the centre of the park for Chelmsford and Mid-Essex. Flicked on by Thornton. Cleared away. Philpott launches that one forward, looking for lines just behind that defensive line. But unfortunately, not enough road for him to sprint into. And substitution there for Chelmsford and Mid-Essex. Looks as though it's Hume that's come off. Oh, sorry, Hume's come back on, beg your pardon. And Archie Thornton has come off. So good to see Hume return to the field of play. Certainly had to be assessed for that. It looked like it was his wrist or his arm injury. It's good to see him back on the field as Oldacre battles hard for a challenge. It's a good sliding challenge there by Knowsley St Helens and by Isaac Hickman. Sticking into the latter stages of this first half. Again, the separator is that Louis Palmer header. Good piece of play here from Chelmsford Mid-Essex. Good save on the follow-up. Lions double save and surely going to be tapped home. But it has been adjudged to be an offside flag. Teddy Vincent looked like he'd tapped it in to make it 2-0, and instead it's an offside flag, and instead now it's back the other way with Knowsley St Helens. Tapped forward by Taylor, and there was just not enough room for Kerr to get away from Badgermo. Again, just falls out of play again. We'll see it here again. Brilliant double save by the goalkeeper. First save's really good. Second save's incredible. And again, I think everybody froze at that point, I think, because they knew the flag had gone up. Although Teddy Vincent just put it in just to make sure. As Philpott now. Philpott looking forward. Squares to the cross. Back to Philpott it comes. It's good work by the captain. It's good play there. Again, that pass into Hume & Co. It's working, but I think they've just got to adjust their rangefinders, Chelmsford and Mid-Essex. Meanwhile, for Knowsley St Helens, they just need to find a really clear-cut opportunity. Here's Kurt. Back into Hickman. What can they do here, Knowsley and St Helens? Or Knowsley St Helens. They have an opportunity here, maybe at the final action of this first half, as it comes down the right-hand side here now to Aspinall. Aspinall looks to chip the ball in, but goes towards the near post to keeper. Just about keeps a hold of it, Albie Barnes. He'll be pleased to have seen the other side of that free kick. As we tick into what is the final minute here of the first half. Barnes doesn't have an option forward, so instead he's just waiting for any pressure to come near him. Instead, Barnes now chips it forward. Again, good takedown by Chelmsford and Mid-Essex. Again, well won back again by Knowsley and St Helens. They're going to look for the ball forward. This time it's through. Again, it's really good covering play there by Charlie Olaker. Saw the danger from Joey Llewellyn and saw it off impeccably. Will go out for a corner. We're into 1 minute of added time here in the first half. The last opportunity here. Ball is wasted in truth. As it, unfortunately, Joey Llewellyn's contact on it doesn't quite meet the standards that we've seen him set earlier from coming on. The last 30 seconds here. It's a header there by Hickman. Philpott does well to recover it. Will be a free kick given. This will be the last action, up to Lions. It's good pressure by Taylor. Will be a throw-in for Chelmsford and Mid-Essex. And now we're into added time of added time. And for those watching at home, I always reference this within commentary. It's a minimum of 1 minute added on, or a minimum time. It can still be added as Badgermo throws it into the box. Lions trying to flick it on, but there will go the half-time whistle here from the Under-12s Champions Cup plate. It is Chelmsford and Mid-Essex 1, Knowsley St Helens 0. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to the second half of the Under-12s nine-a-side Champions Cup Plate Final. You join us as Chelmsford and Mid-Essex are 1-0 ahead, thanks to that player on your screen. Louis Palmer's header from an Archie Thornton corner is enough to separate these two teams going into the second half. The teams on your screens, Chelmsford and Mid-Essex, are from left to right, and from right to left is Knowsley St Helens, as we are all about ready to go in this second half. 30 minutes separates these two teams from being the winner or runner-up today. It is up to them as to how they separate each other. Here's Kerr, the captain for Knowsley and St Helens. It's a beautiful ball out to the right-hand side here for Aspinall. Aspinall caught in two minds there whether to cross it or pass it. Instead, Philpott has recovered it for Chelmsford and Mid-Essex, but again gives the ball away. Now back onto the right-hand side here now for Aspinall. Aspinall with his head up looking for a pass forward. Finds a beautiful ball in to space. Finds it over to Kerr. Kerr, can he find the opportunity? Prodded it at goal. Feels as though he was caught in the afters. Or he might have just caught his foot in the turf. We'll certainly find it out here. Again, it's a really good ball out to the right-hand side here. We'll just wait and see what happened. I think as though he looked like he might have got his foot caught in the turf. We'll wait and see. Certainly, Kerr felt the pain there. It's not something you like to see. Certainly saw it in the first half with Tyler Hume going off for a bit of an extended period just to, again, assess whether he was okay to continue. But Shaker looks as though he's down. Thankfully, he sat upright, which is always good to see. Of course, see there, Tyler Hume, left wrist bandaged up. I think Shaker just double checking his own body to see whether he's okay to put weight on his foot. Certainly felt a painful one in the short term. So he will be making his way off at this moment in time. Although I think that's the universal symbol for he's happy to play on. So of course have to go off and observe just a moment of being off of the field. So Knowsley St Helens just temporarily down to 8 players. However, they've recovered the ball in midfield, and now the ball is now charging forward again. This time it is Hume on this right-hand side. Back into Evans. Evans looking for a ball out onto the left-hand side. Finds the ball across. Chip back into danger. It's come back the way of Hume. Heads it forward into danger. Again, it's cleared away. But in committee, Evans and Hume win it back for their team, and Evans wins his team a throw. Badgermo with the throw. Flicked on and striker goal by Findlay Lions. It was a flick on from Teddy Vincent. We'll see it again here. Badgermo lined up the long throw. Got it in towards the header of Teddy Vincent. Flicked it on. It was at a nice height. Just caught it on the half volley. It was obviously slightly wider of the goal than we saw it from the original angle, as Olaika wins his team a throw. Sorry, wins his team a free kick, beg your pardon. It will be Olaika to take it. Ball forward, into danger. Philpott with a header, good save from the goalkeeper. Well, it was adjudged, I believe, to be a foul in the early going. This goalkeeper chips that one forward in towards Taylor. Majimo will clear it down the line, but instead it will fall. By the way, and it's been given away here kindly. Finley Lions with the opportunity. It was a bit of a miscommunication at the back between Stevenson and Valentine. Valentine plays it back, looking for Stevenson. Stevenson lets it roll past him. And Finley Lions just snatches at the opportunity and lifts it over the bar. It will be a goal kick, and Knowsley, St Helens very much living life on the edge here in this game. As Riley recovers the ball in midfield, finds it to Kurt. Kurt back into space in centre of midfield. Hickman out onto the right-hand side. Good bit of trickery there on the right-hand side. Drilled at goal. Taylor, can he prod it home? Kurt, can he prod it home? It's deflected away. Valentine gets all the way under it, and its ball spins away. But what a big opportunity that was for Knowsley and St Helens. And now they may be made to make it back. It's a good flick away there by Valentine. Hume was closing in. What an opportunity. Good bit of trickery there by Aspinall. Drilled it at goal, and it was chaos. And Taylor nearly puts a foot on it. Badgero with the clearance. It could have gone absolutely anywhere. Of course, right now, though, it's back to being a corner kick. As Mitchell Evans looks like he's just down, just maybe have felt something. Just making sure he can continue first, but it will be a corner for Chelmsford and Mid-Essex. They'll look to maybe replicate what they did in the first half. And that Louis Palmer header. It looks as though it will be Teddy Vincent striding over to take this one. Vincent with the floating cross into the box. It's headed, and it's just about kept out by the goalkeeper, and away it goes. As far as Olaika. Taylor, just to be a little bit too heavy there on Olaika. Will be a free kick for Chelmsford and Mid-Essex. We certainly saw this bar get rattled in the first half by Harry Riley. I'll have to see whether Olaika and Vincent or any one of these players will look to try and do the same, if not better. It will be Charlie Olaika. Olaika with the strike. It's over the bar on that occasion. Can't blame the young man for going for it. Just trying to keep it across substitutions, and it looks to be Casper Lawrenson has made his way onto the field. Looks like it might have been potentially looking positionally. Looks to maybe have replaced Michael Valentine. There's Taylor. Prodded through the gap here. Taylor against Palmer. Palmer with a good committed challenge. Applauded by his captain. Just a stoppage in play, I believe. Looks as though it's substitution inbound, so that will be Archie Thornton who will replace Mitchell Evans. Archie Thornton, of course, has the only assist of the game so far from that corner in the first half. It's the only goal for so far as well. As the ball thrown in towards Taylor. Tries to flick it on into some danger. It looks as though we've had a change in goalkeeper for the second half as well for Chelmsford and Mid-Essex. Zach Atkins is on in place of Albie Barnes, and Hickman now drills a ball forward. It's neatly controlled by Chelmsford and Mid-Essex for his trouble. Here's Riley, chips the ball in, looking for Kerr at the back post. He cushioned header. It was cushioned for... It certainly looked like his idea was to cushion it for Taylor. It's applauded by Taylor. You'll see it again here. Again, good ball in by Harry Riley. Launch one in towards the back post. Again, it's just looking for anybody to gamble on that one from Shaker. As the ball's drilled forward here, Lions running the channel with Aspinall. Aspinall goes down, and Finley Lions a little bit too heavy in the challenge there for the referee's liking, and Aspinall certainly felt that one. He's back on his feet quite quickly, though, thankfully for his aspirations in today's game. Free kick here for Knowsley and St Helens. You mentioned they won this plate back in 21-22. Looking to try and do the same here again today. They've had an impressive run to today's final, as have Chelmsford and Mid-Essex with those 32 goals across the tournament so far. The ball goes out here for a goal kick. Played forward here in towards midfield. It's given away though as Taylor recovers it, tries to get it under control. Here's Riley. Riley chips the ball in again, looking for Kerr. Badgermo will come out with it though. Will launch that one clear down the line, looking for Hume. He's looking to try and not use his left arm too much. Hughley Hilton's certainly being boxed out here. It's good defensive play by Lawrenson. And it's ricocheted off the referee, and as such, it will be a drop ball. Cannon forward. Into Hume, and again, just breaking down a little bit in midfield here. Player is down here for Chelmsford and Mid-Essex, but they're back to their feet now as ball is drilled a goal. It's just over the bar. And again, as we mentioned about, there was a change in the goal at one end. There's also been a change in the goal at the other. That's Noah Fletcher in goal for Knowsley and St Helens. He made sure. He was a little bit uncertain as to whether that was ending up anywhere close to his goal, but I feel as though the young man had that covered. Fletcher forward onto the right-hand side. Decent bit of control, but will be Joey Llewellyn who's brought down. It will be Aspinall to deliver this one forward. Aspinall, good clearance in, and Badgermo, he went for the extravagant kick, and that could have gone anywhere in truth. No, Badgermo, he's had a really good game so far, but that could have been his undoing. It will go for a Knowsley St Helens corner. See it again here. Just went for the extravagant kick. Nearly came undone. Ball going to be delivered into the box. It's much better than the last one as Thornton meets it first time from the near post, and it will go away for another corner. Will be Llewellyn. Llewellyn delivers the ball in and gives the keeper something to think about. It was a smart punch away by Atkins. And he just needed to make sure. We'll see it again here. Again, as goalkeepers, you're taught at a young age, if you're not sure, just get rid of it. And he made a very smart call there. Will be, this time, the corner will be an in-swinger, this time from Isaac Hickman. Hickman delivers the ball in, and again, another good punch away as volleyed in. Chance here for Aspinall. And it's a good bit of coverage there by Zach Evans. And again, that player again, Charlie Allacre, has been everywhere. Every key bit of defensive work that Chelmsford and Essex have needed, Charlie Allacre has been right there. And Zach Atkins showed his bravery there, going straight in for the ball. There's Aaron Zhao, who's on as well. Hume tries to take it under control. Instead, Taylor will now get it back here for Knowsley St Helens. Will look for Kerr, but again, Badgermo got it covered. And Taylor, it's a 50-50 there. It was won by Knowsley St Helens briefly. Here's Harry Riley. Riley looking for an opportunity. Allacre again does very well in the challenge. Here's Zhao. Zhao looking for support. Finds it in the form of Teddy Vincent, who finds it into Thornton. Back to Vincent, back to Thornton. It's really good build-up play by Chelmsford and Essex. And he just runs out of play, does Archie Thornton. It's been a really good showing of these two school federations in terms of their abilities. Here's Allacre. Again, good challenge there by Llewellyn. He's going to keep the ball in as well. Allacre's going to have to track back now. Here's Taylor up against Palmer. Kerr rolls Badgermo. Kerr looking for support. Finds it in the way of Hickman. Hickman with the strike from distance. It ricochets down kindly, but again, Thornton's there again. And you just feel as though there might be another goal in the offing here for either one of these teams. They both want it equally. Kerr looks to play one in between the lines. Again, good read by Palmer. Cleared away down the right-hand side. Hume going to track this one in. It has been a breathless second half so far, and there is only 13 minutes left, plus whatever the referee adds on as the ball ricochets into space. But the goalkeeper, again, Atkins, will be well set and very easy to take that one under. And Lawrenson's giving the ball away. Here's Hume. Hume, again, good challenge there by Knowsley St Helens. Taylor goes in. And the referee's given a goal kick. Taylor was furious with that decision. It was good defensive work again by Palmer and Badgermo. Atkins has not had to see too much action outside of those punches from the goal, from the corner kicks. He'll be thankful for those in front of him. Allacre launches a beautiful ball down the line here for Zhao. Zhao up against Hickman. Zhao keeps it in the corner for a moment, just to try and collect himself and find a pass out. Zhao tries to get it into the box here, and Fletcher will come out and take it. And now Fletcher will launch that one down the left-hand side. It's been miscontrolled. Shaker in on goal. Can he find a strike? He can. That's a wonderful save. That is a phenomenal save by Zach Atkins. You often hear about camera saves. That isn't. That was a glorious save from the youngster. Kerr does well, cuts inside. Beautiful strike, wonderful save. Warmly applauded and warmly appreciated by his teammates, though. They've got to switch back on as there is a corner inbound. Short one taken. Referee not happy with it, because I believe there's going to be potentially a change inbound here. believe that is Aspinall who has gone off for Knowsley and St Helens, Knowsley St Helens. Seems to be some conversing between managers and referees. Well, unfortunately, don't have a microphone right next to that discussion, so we're not quite sure what the issue is. Certainly, it has been a stoppage in play. I think the referee just letting Knowsley know that they have stopped that clock. Just let them know. So it looks as though it's going to be a substitution for Chelmsford and Mid-Essex. So it looks as though Archie Nelson will be coming on. And Badgermo looks like he's made way here. So first action for Archie Nelson is to try and defend this corner as the ball drilled into the box. It's gone all the way through. Opportunity here for Riley. Good save and block from the goalkeeper. What brilliant defensive work that is from Chelmsford and Mid-Essex. It could have gone absolutely anywhere. Riley with a brilliant hit at the edge of the box. Could not find the right opportunity here. We'll see it again. Brilliant ball in. I think the goalkeeper kind of misses it from Atkins' point of view, but it's a brilliantly rifled shot by Riley. Eventually fell into the box, and there's another opportunity that's gone from that corner. And it will be a third corner in succession here for Knowsley St Helens. It's Isaac Hickman with the corner. There's not long left here. There's some 9 or so minutes left. Hickman with the ball in and goes straight into the side netting. Atkins has had a very lively last few minutes as the young man, but he's certainly been equal to what Knowsley St Helens have been chucking at him. It's Aldaker down the left-hand side here, looking for Zhao. Hickman marshals him out of play. As we mentioned, there's not long left here. Of course, 30 minutes each way in this setup of 9 aside. Big header forward. Hume finds a way forward. And Vincent trying to find a way through. Try and give it him back. Vincent up against Lawrenson. But now, Knowsley St Helens looks to charge down the left-hand side here. Taylor, can he give it to Kerr? He can't, but Taylor turns in field now. He's got Aldaker giving him all kinds of trouble. Elliot O'Brien. There's Riley. Back to O'Brien. O'Brien with a beautiful ball in again, but goalkeeper well even to it. As is the goalkeeper, Zach Atkins. Forward it goes from Atkins. Flicked on by Zhao, looking for Hume, and Hickman chasing it in against Hume. Hickman's done well to keep him at bay, but Hume's done well to retain the ball. And it will go out of play for a Knowsley St Helens goal kick. I believe there's a pause again. Normally with that type of whistle, it's a substitution. And it will be Tyler Hume coming off. Finley Lyons coming back on. Of course, Tyler Hume, you've got to be obviously careful of that left wrist. It's certainly bandaged up from that knock he took in the first half, but it has not stopped the enthusiasm of Tyler Hume. And Finley Lyons, again, has had a couple of opportunities here today, albeit half opportunities, as Taylor plays it back to Riley. Riley looking to get forward and drive forward. Riley looks to O'Brien. Back to Riley it comes. Riley looks to chip it in between the lines. Cleared away again by Chelmsford and Mid-Essex. As Lawrenson was a little bit too late there on Vincent. I think it's more so he's just trying to get there as fast as he could. Rather than anything else. This is a free kick here for Chelmsford and Mid-Essex. It will be Archie Thornton. Will he go for goal from here? what is the confidence of the young man? Instead, he'll chip it forward. It's headed away by Knowsley St Helens. It will be a corner. I believe that came off of the head of Casper Lawrenson. It will be a corner. Again, it will be Thornton on the corner. As we mentioned, got the only assist of the game. And Louis Palmer with the only goal of the game so far. Thornton delivers it in, and it's cleared away that time by Taylor. And this time's a bit of a foot race here between Nelson and Kerr. Nelson wins it. Kerr drives it all the way in. And there will be a corner deep in Chelmsford and mid-Essex territory. Another substitution here. I believe this one was for the Knowsley St Helens, and it's Alfie Coulter. Looks like he's on, and Hickman's come off. Is Taylor. O'Brien rolls it into danger here for Knowsley St Helens to create. Coulter couldn't quite get there. This time Zhao has, though, for Chelmsford and mid-Essex. Lions, he did the hard bit, in truth. He flicked it round the defender, and then he thought he'd try and add some more difficulty to it. It's a goal kick here for Knowsley St Helens. They will drill it forward onto the left-hand side, over the top of Kerr. Not long left here for these players. As we said, one of these teams will end up as winners, one of those teams will end up as runners-up. As Badgermo makes his way back into the fray. Will be the goal scorer, Louis Palmer, to throw this one down the line, and urging of not long left from both supporters and managers and coaches alike. Of course, Paul Barnes with his deputy, Matthew Bambo. For Chelmsford and mid-Essex, they know that they've got the goal that separates these two teams, and more importantly, could give them the plate in its entirety. Or will Knowsley St Helens have one more thing to say about it? It's Badgermo. It's an opportunistic strike from distance there by Aaron Zhao. It's fallen to Lions. Lions with a strike, and goes out of play. The referee has not given a goal kick. He believes that that ball went out after or before the goalkeeper touched it. So here's Kerr. That could be a little bit of controversy. Kerr looking for a through ball. He's found an opportunity. There's a strike on goal. Comes to Taylor, who swipes at it and can't make it contact. Badgermo clears it out. And what's the referee given here? The referee has given a corner to Knowsley St Helens. And if there's now a time for something to happen, it has to be now. Alfie Coulter over this one. Alfie Coulter delivers the ball into the box. Taylor at the front post. It's another corner. Came off of the foot of Teddy Vincent, according to the referee. There is not long left here in this game. Coulter with the ball into the box, looking for the header of Taylor. Philpott with the header. Taylor wins the header. Can't direct it at goal. You have to imagine that Chelmsford and mid-Essex will not be quick to retrieve this ball. popped up in the air here. Taylor won the header, and as we mentioned, all acre across everything, as is Zach Adkins. Really not the very closing stages here of regulation time. Ball cleared forward by Chelmsford and Mid-Essex, and the goalkeeper comes out and claims it. Fletcher. It's dispossessed though, it's cleared away and out of play. Anywhere will do for Chelmsford and Mid-Essex right now. They know they have the lead going into the very final stages here. It's flicked forward, it's cleared away. As we've mentioned, anywhere will do. A volley back to the goalkeeper. Fletcher did very well to control it. Again, showed his composure there. How long is left? There is 5 additional minutes. 5 minutes left for Knowsley St Helens to try and find an equaliser. And more so for Chelmsford and Mid-Essex to hold out here. Ball down the line here. Kerr tries to go inside of Badgermo. Gets dispossessed by Zhao. Cleared forward. It goes down the line here. Again, willing runners they have. Chelmsford and Mid-Essex. And almost that relief one, as we saw enter the fray not a moment ago, was Zach Farmer, number 23. And Teddy Vincent going to take his time. Badgermo, as we said, they won't be in a rush, you don't feel. Zhao takes it under control. Heads for the corner, as you see every football team do. The ball goes out of play. It will be a Chelmsford and Mid-Essex throw. Really good work there by Aaron Chow. The linesman urging Badgermo to get on with it. As Vincent misses his header, it's flicked away. Only as far as Philpott with the strike, and it's not convincing for the young man. It's sliced. You can see exactly what he was heading for, though. Is there one more opportunity here as Taylor looks to get past Oldacre? He's had a problem all afternoon with him. Just can't. He got past him in the first instance, but then again, more defensive work came in. And the referee having a chat with Taylor. You can see from those pictures, you can see the heat pitch side. It is sweltering there in Worcester. As Nelson heads it clear. Ball is into Taylor. Taylor. Riley looking to get forward, but Zhao does well to win the ball and then subsequently win the foul. Really good work there by Aaron Zhao. Now you can certainly hear from the ambient microphones the urging of Oldacre to take his time as Zhao has got hands all over him by O'Brien. Referee not moved by it, and now there is not time to waste here for Knowsley St Helens. They've got opportunities here to make it happen. It's got to happen now. Fletcher plays it out short. Looks to try and build up through the lines. Ball played into Taylor, who's got up against Oldacre, but Zhao comes through with it again. Zhao wins the ball forward. Goalkeeper plays it forward. They're looking to advance down the right-hand side here. Knowsley St Helens, Nelson shielding the ball. He's not really playing the ball there, and as the referee and the linesman have adjudged, can't impede him. And as such, it's a free kick that's been given. One last roll of the dice here, maybe, for Knowsley St Helens. It's going to be Joey Llewellyn over the ball. You can see every yellow and black shirt forward. It's got to be a good delivery if he wants to make it happen. The keeper's up as well. Noah Fletcher's also in the box. And it's over the top of everybody. And the goalkeeper now needs to retreat. Meanwhile, time just not on the side of Knowsley St Helens. It looks as though it is going to be Chelmsford and Mid-Essex from a set piece no less that may have just won this final. The referee looks at his watch once. Badgermo with the clearance away. And Zhao, Vincent, good through ball there, and Farmer couldn't take it under control. Ball forward. There's no opportunities left for Atkins and co. There goes the final whistle. And it is Chelmsford and Mid-Essex who are your under-12s Champions Cup plate winners. What a moment for that team. They played a solid game. They got themselves ahead and they were able to stay ahead. Commiserations go to Knowsley St Helens, who put up a fantastic fight this afternoon. But it will go the way of Chelmsford and Mid-Essex. It's always good to see the handshakes, and again, commiserations to them, to Knowsley St Helens, but it will be Chelmsford and Mid-Essex who are your under-12s, nine-a-side Champions Cup plate winners. As we go through the presentations, of course, the officials from today's game also receiving their awards for today's game.
Commiserations to those this 807 zone. They contributed to a fantastic campaign and a wonderful advert for Scottish football. Once again, let's show our appreciation for the boys as they come forward to collect their medals, starting off
and as the runners-up of today, Knowsley St Helens, come forward to receive their medals, you can certainly feel the disappointment that they have, but they should be very proud of themselves in terms of the way that they committed to today's game and throughout this tournament. They should be very, very proud of themselves. Of course, it could have been so different had they had that opportunity to go into the back of the net from that free kick, but again, they will look back on this day, or should look back on this day with pride. I'm sure they'll be back again as well. Certainly look like a set of footballers that will certainly hang with the best of them.
Two team managers from Mr. Anthony Daly and
of course, management team. Of course, as well, you've got Joe Gibbons, Daniel Yates, Neil Ashton, and of course, Anthony Daly.
And now on to today's winners, national champions Chelmsford and Essex.
Now the champions stepping forward. Albie Barnes started the game in goal. And Bajamo was key and pivotal. And for my money, Charlie Olaker, today's man of the match, if there was one being awarded. Louis Palmer, the goal scorer. Tyler Hume, again, was in the wars, but came through it all. Archie Thornton, player with the assist from today. Again, big impact. All these players will be pleased with themselves. Mitchell Evans, Finley Lyons. Archie Nelson. Aaron Dew came on to great effect as well. Teddy Vincent. Very, very canny operator in that midfield. Zach Atkins came up with a big save when he needed it. Zach Farmer as well. And Charlie Philpott, the captain, stepping forward to receive the Champions Cup plate. And you can already see his teammates incredibly excited to receive this, but a really proud moment for him. And there it is, your Under-12s Champions Cup plate winners, Chelmsford and Mid-Essex. And that is us for this opening game here today. We'll be back shortly with some more action. Coming up next, it's Brighton versus Knowsley St Helens in the Under-14s Champions Cup Plate Final. We'll see you then.